How long have you been here?
This is the real Know What I'm Saying podcast, take one.
It's been 3 months, May 17th.
And what brought you here?
That's difficult to answer.
Feeling like a ghost, demon in my face, man, looking for a host. So I'm throwing up a toast on my way out. I'ma see where this shit goes. All done with the last one. This life has been a fast one. 2 kids now, gotta get that bread up. Keep it moving, never let up. Straight up, steady. Wanna take the world over, but the devil will not let me. Flames consume me, slow. The smoke's been getting heavy. Can't breathe through the wind, so I'm gone, don't forget me. Thick blood in my attitude. Everybody greedy, show no gratitude. Simply done, I ain't mad at you. This shit simple, getting away, get popped like a pimple. Leave him on the curb, add some inches to his dimples. Clip
That's
ready
like
to
the first
release.
violent
Struggling to
verse
keep
I
the
got all
peace.
that we
Hands
kept.
shaking from the nerves and the burn up on my teeth.
Always gets thrown out.
People dislike me because I am not.
Ayo.
Yo.
Welcome to the official first episode of the Know What I'm Saying podcast. I'm King Al.
Influence. Getting it started. First episode. Getting it going.
Make sure you follow us and like our pages on all platforms.
Drop a like. Subscribe. And always let us know what you think in the feedback. The comments are just as important as everything else. We want to know what you're thinking.
You can go to our Anchor page. It has all of the platforms that we're streaming on there. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the YouTube, the Patreon page. All the links are on that page. All right. And we'll get into the first topic we have. First of all, I just want to say congratulations to Juice Wrld's family on dropping that album. That album's fire. I don't think that you've listened to it yet.
I haven't.
It just came out.
Nope.
But I listened to it a little bit, and it's really fire. There's a lot of, it's more rock on there.
Myself, I just started getting into him, just like pretty much everybody else recently. By the time I even understand them as an artist and, truly know what they're about, these people end up dying off. And then most of their good music comes later. Yep,
X.
And we'll get into a lot about Peep, actually, in a minute here.
Yep. Alright, I just wanted to say congratulations on that album. That album's fire. Also, I don't know if you listen to Pop Smoke at all. I don't really listen to Pop Smoke, but I've listened to the new album, and it's actually pretty fire. And I guess his murderers were arrested, or suspected murderers were arrested yesterday.
I heard that Harv was one of the ones that did that. 6ix9ine came out ratting on him and it was Harv who did that on the academic show.
Oh really? I don't know. I don't know shit about that. I don't know much about that situation. But the people that apparently they have on camera who they were arrested yesterday or something like that. And one of the kids they arrested, it was 3 adults, I want to say, or 2 adults and 2 kids, two underage 16, 17-year-old kids. But one of the people that were arrested went on the gram while he was getting arrested, and he was posting videos on the gram while he was in the car in handcuffs. That shit was mad funny.
Oh my God.
But nah, fuck them, and rest in peace Pop Smoke.
For real.
And also, Kid Cudi and Eminem dropped a song.
What? When was this?
I want to try and listen to that. So while we're playing this song, we're going to try and pull up that song to see if we can review it live, because I haven't listened to it yet. I've been waiting to do this to try and listen to it for the first time, because I think both of us will feel a little different about that song. But I don't know. I've heard it's fire.
I just, personally, when it comes to Eminem, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, but I think he'd been showing his aging.
Yeah, he's a little washed up. He's a little washed up.
But I don't think he's going to be able to get on something with Cudi.
Do not get me wrong. Eminem is one of my favorite rappers ever.
Yeah. I grew up listening to Eminem.
We used to bump Eminem all the time as kids. Do not get me wrong. But lately he's been a little washed up. Kamikaze was alright. But
honestly, I didn't feel it at all.
For me, when I listen to Eminem, it's a little corny.
Yeah.
It's a little corny.
His new shit. Because get it right. Yeah. I bought his, what was the Marshall Mathers LP when I was fucking 10 years old, and it was still on tape, no CDs. Nothing.
Yeah, exactly,
But that was a whole different person, I feel like. Listening to, and he's even said that since the beginning with his split personalities. Hopefully, with Cudi's energy, that'll bring out some of the old Eminem. So.
Yeah, Cudi's been making like some old like Man on the Moon 1 type shit lately.
Yeah, and I don't think he would let somebody come in slag and no, I just don't. So.
All right, let's get into the first song. I think you're down for me to play this. I'm sure he's down for me to play this. And I'm pretty sure his album's coming out on the 19th. So when this comes out, his album might already be out. I don't know if it is, but if not, on the 19th, go stream Lauren Todd's album. And this song is Shrooms.
Beats craze.
I know I'm lost in it. The job is never done, I feel exhaust kicking. Half the time I feel like I'm the one that's tripping. Got me feeling like I'm doing wrong with how I'm living. Or what I'm saying, or what I'm doing. I've been talking right, but maybe I don't say it fluent. Got me picking fight with family, either way I'm losing. Got me picky about the loving which a nigga choosing. She had a nigga tripping. Lately I've been missing in a coma off some shrooms, trying to cry but y'all listen. Crazy that coma had me make a few decisions. First I had to verify that a nigga Christian. Niggas love the thought of niggas in and out of prison. Second, execute a plan to going into friendship. Thoughts that I have is floating parallel to wisdom. Fuck you think I'm finna grab when I ain't this mission. Hey, I'ma fucking grab this ticket. The less y'all got for feigning me, to started getting sickening. I be glad to touch a nigga hard using these writtens. Yet my whip wider than some ranch I had to dip in, taking wins and losses at the same time. Cause I spit it, you'll never see me move to fake time. That ain't my image, crazy seeing pops in person when we feel the most distant. Nigga, listen, man, this verse is probably going to paint a picture. Nigga, listen, one of these verses probably quoted one of these scriptures. Man, I swear that shit on purpose. When I'm trying to kill these niggas, it's a land full of serpents. What we niggas supposed to live in. I hear the birds chirping and I look, they in a prison. They tired and they hurting, knowing they can make a difference. I know that ain't gon' do, cause ain't nobody going to listen. But then I'm off the shrooms, so a nigga probably tripping. What's gon' solve it? Empty wallets, empty banks, take deposits. Looting stores, breaking doors, causing drama. On this road before, but we don't care, we want Obama. Y'all can't see the rain or see the pain or see the trauma. All the motherfuckers think about is fucking commas. Why I be questioning why the nigga calling for his mama. Mama, 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 I think I feel Osama. Cause this shit ain't sorta kinda crazy shit that made a nigga feel like he ain't made for this country. Maybe we should've stayed on our own and made a better clone and called that shit our home. I ain't mean to get that deep, it happens on these shrooms. After all, I'm staring out the window in my room and here yelling, man, I really gotta watch my tone. Shit, gotta watch my tone. Hey, yelling and shit.
It's worth it too, cause this shit.
Yeah, this shit's crazy.
And I have like almost 2,000 views in
But I'm
24 hours.
That's like 8,000
I'm
now.
off the shrooms, but I'm
All right. That was Lauren Todd Shrooms. Make sure you go check out his project on the 19th. Pretty sure it'll already be out, but I'm sure it'll be out on SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, all that shit. Alright, our first subject we're gonna get into is, on this episode, we're gonna do come-ups and fall-offs of artists that have come out recently. Not necessarily this year or last year, but just like in the most recent years that we can remember that we listened to, or that we were expecting were gonna have a bigger come-up and didn't, or fell off. And my first fall-off, and I'm skeptical to say this, but to me this is just what it seems like, is Ski Mask. And Ski Mask, yeah, I mean, Ski Mask was one of my favorite up and coming like lyricists. Like he was bringing like that fun like fast rap, like Busta Rhymes type rap over like the Timbaland beats and shit like that, and he was just like killing it. Crazy lyrics about like anime and shit, not like the shit you usually hear. And then I know with his first mixtape he made with like X and stuff, the promotion for that went pretty fine because there wasn't a label involved. But when he was supposed to release the Book of Eli, that project was supposed to be really fucking big. He had like some big name features for that, and I'm pretty sure with what happened with that was they didn't promote him the right way and handle his project the right way. They didn't want to pay money for certain beat clearances by certain producers. They didn't want to pay for verse clearances with certain artists. And then I'm pretty sure they like didn't tell him when his release date was, so they just like released his project out of nowhere, and he wasn't sure when it released. And that, I'll say, actually happened again with my other fall off. It has to do with a lot with the labels and how they mismanage these artists. So with the Book of Eli, a lot of verses didn't make it, a lot of beats didn't make it. And then I'm pretty sure when it was released, a couple of the mixes weren't the final mixes that the engineer sent in. It was like old mixes that weren't like fully mastered and shit. It just was really sloppy. The whole rollout was really fucking sloppy. So from there, I don't want to say specifically, but I'm pretty sure his cousin or one of his producers or just like really good friends ended up passing. And then right after that, X ended up passing away. And in between all of these is when Juice kind of like started to get his steam back and would like release a single or something like that. And then something drastic would happen in his life that makes you kind of just put in perspective what really matters, and you end up not working on your craft or your career maybe as much. And then X passed, and then right after that, he became best friends with Juice. And then right after that, when he was going to release a project with Juice and they had a couple singles out that were doing really good, Juice passed. And in between that, Stokely came out, which was a really good album quality-wise from Ski and showed his versatility. But it, once again, wasn't really promoted that well. You know what I mean? There could have been a lot more promotion behind it besides just scheduling a lot of tour dates, which is money in the pocket. But the album could have been promoted a lot better if managers or
poor management,
whoever had cared more. And since then, all we've really gotten was one song that was like dedicated to X or whatever that I know of, and it was a good song, but wasn't really promoted that well. And it just seems like he's touring a bunch, but is like also like super in his head and just doesn't want to be doing what he's doing. If you like look at his like Twitter posts and shit, he's like talking about like, how am I supposed to be happy right now enjoying all this shit when all the best friends that I had that I'm supposed to be enjoying this with aren't with me anymore. It makes everything a lot fucking more difficult. But I hope Ski's next project or next single or whatever fucking blows up, because I'm rooting for Ski at all times. And most of these artists that we talk about, most of them I'm rooting for at all times.
Yeah,
but
most of them.
Most of them.
Keep that very
clear. Yeah, most of them. All right. But yeah, all right, let's hear yours.
All right, well, me, when it comes to Falloffs, I'm stuck between two, but I'm going to go ahead and start with Lil Xan. Because this dude, he dropped that, that first song that popped there. What was it? Betrayed. And at the time, I just so happened.
That was my shit.
Yeah, at the
I'm
time.
not gonna lie. Still, if that song comes on, that is my shit.
Yeah,
that song's
exactly.
tight. I don't care.
That song is nice. And, at the time, a couple other artists had come out. And, I thought there was going to be one-hit wonders or whatever. And people were actually kind of changing what was accepted. So I'm figuring, all right, this dude's clearly going to come up with some other shit on the same level or something, right?
Yeah.
And just like we were talking about poor management a second ago, I think that's honestly what really, really messed this dude up. Because, I mean, he was up there, like, on YouTube asking, like, people, like, all right, do you want me to sing? Do you want me to do that? Like, he had...
I mean, is it poor management, though, or did he allow himself to be managed as something he didn't want to be? Like, I feel like he was branded as, like, a pop star, like, more targeted towards, like, the kids and stuff, and that's not what he wanted to be. He wanted to be more like someone like Peep, like, more emo rap.
He basically allowed, like you said, he allowed this to happen. It was poor management, but it was at... he wasn't. He's not owned by these people. I mean,
and let's be real, a lot of mental health problems.
Well, a lot of mental health problems that he also caused himself. Because, I mean, before anything got real, anybody started really like dropping dead and shit. he was sitting there basically promoting the shit that's killing everybody. And then after he seen people dropping that, he knew.
Yeah, as was everybody. Everybody was doing that.
But
and I feel like everybody still
doing it
does.
to, like,
but
the hardest level. Like, he had the whole
it was his whole it was his whole brand. It was
as soon
his
as he
whole brand,
wanted to drop that, his managers flipped the fuck out. And I mean, nobody else really knew him as anything except for that dude who did that Zany song. So he really didn't have
the song about
anything else.
The Zan kid with the song about Zan.
So he wasn't going to be able to come back and be like, nah, I'm going to do something else. How about I do this? And, oh, by the way, I'm on my own now and do everything himself. He basically just said, fuck it. And he completely quit. But I didn't see that coming. So that's why that's going to have to go down as a fall off.
Yeah, a lot of stuff led up to Zan's fall off.
Yeah, coming up.
A lot of stuff. And most of it was him trying to be something he wasn't, trying to look cooler than he was. I saw a video on, like, No Jumper where, like, Adam 22 went to his house and, like, Zan was on, like, some kind of probation, so he had to be sober. So they were, like, sitting in a Benz truck just, like, chiefing down cigarettes, like, smoking, like, 15 cigarettes at a time.
Yes.
Like, just, like, trying to be as cool as possible because they didn't have drugs, so they were just, like, smoking cigarettes. And it was just, like, a clear, like, yo, just... whether you're laughing at me or with me, dude, pay attention to me.
And another thing that really got him, this is a big part of it, is he shouldn't have gone, when he was asked about Tupac, he should have kept it brief. He shouldn't even, he went, as soon as he went saying something about Tupac, like, oh, he was boring or whatever, that was a little bit too deep. He should have expected the backlash he got from that, people
I feel like pissed. That year, like, 3 people said that same shit. It was, like, Yachty.
Yeah.
Zan and somebody else said that same shit. It was like the Tupac question, the Biggie question.
Yeah. For some reason, they all got really mad when Lil Xan said it.
I understand, because if you're born after somebody dies and their music's not really huge and relevant in your world anymore, it's a little different. Like, I didn't listen to Biggie until I was probably like 16, 17. But when I did listen to Biggie, it was kind of like all I listened to. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Tupac's music, more of like him as a person and the person he was trying to become. But I'm not like a huge fan of, I'm not a huge fan of like West Coast music, really, myself.
Me, you always know I have been with the Game, Tupac, exactly, all that shit, fucking. So, I mean, that's just a matter of opinion, but I feel like with Lil Xan, he went a little bit out of that.
To say it was boring.
And calling him boring, basically was insulting his
not enough hi-hats
creativity and shit, like saying, I don't know, basically he should have kept it a little bit more bland of an answer than that. He kind of like hung himself with that one. And then the whole shit happened with the kids in the gas station coming up to him asking him about it, and he whips a gun out on camera at these people. So I don't even know what ended up happening with that, if he got sued but I don't think he got arrested. I'm pretty sure it was a lawsuit. Something like that. I don't
just
know.
Paid him off.
Yeah, something. I don't know, but that could have gotten nasty, and it ruined everything for him. So I don't know. As far last I heard from him, he had completely quit rapping with no plans of ever getting back in. So
yeah, I don't know what he's gonna do, because he ain't got no regular job.
No.
With all them fucking face tattoos.
Nope. But I don't know what the hell he made, but he's gonna have to reinvest, because that is a fall off.
I hope he paid back his advance.
Right? Shit.
Alright, well, that's our first fall offs. Right now, we'll get into a song that is coming out soon by me and this guy right here. This is called Blues Clues. I think it's coming out, I don't know, a couple weeks. One of the Fridays coming up. I'm not exactly sure.
I don't know what to do.
I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even remember me doing this.
You did not do this.
I'm in this?
By the way, this is not a verse he recorded to this song. I took this verse from a different song and put it on this beat.
Alright, because I was gonna sit there.
The beginning of his verse is a little iffy, but it comes in nice.
Lost in the blues and I lost all my.
This is my first time hearing this.
Thoughts swaying back and forth like a sidekick. I show my age, now you must be thinking nah, I quit. A constant rage, blame me in place like watch this. Tickety-tock clock, flowing like a mosh pit. Stopped hoping like I got this, my mind been on the road. Girl, you know I'm toxic, I fucked up all your goals. You want it, then I'll cop it, I bought up all the gold. You want it, then I cop it, I bought up all the gold. Yeah, I can't think.
And I don't know what to do. I just know that I don't wanna hurt you.
don't know what to do. I just know that I don't wanna hurt you. Lost in the blue and I lost all my clues. I'm insane.
I've been in my head more often. No sleep tossing, I'm out of options. Crack another can on my mind, can't remember the plan. I'm feeling nervous. I'm sure you've heard this, but no one's perfect. Is this shit worth it? What the fuck's been taking so long to get it right in a world so wrong? I guess it's cause I don't benefit from the mess. As a one percenter, the simple life's been boring me. Neck to the rope, gotta think of what means more to me. Circle pacing back and forth again and again. Trying to keep my cool, man, but how far can I bend? Out of sight, everything one day's gotta end.
Yeah, look at it, I'm insane. I don't know what to do. I just know that I don't wanna hurt you. I just lost in the blues and I lost all my clues. Lost in the insane, yeah. And I don't know what to do. I just know that I don't wanna hurt you.
Just say it.
I'm super weird on microphones, but my album just came out. It's Jessica, 3 R's. I mean 3 S's, 3 R's, with an underscore. It's called Open Your Ears. It's everywhere, so just go find it.
All that shit. Spotify, YouTube, all that shit.
So if you're hearing this,
Jessica.
check that out if you're hearing this. And let us know.
All right. Let's get into our second Falloffs. We're only going to do, on this episode, we're going to do our Falloffs, and then we're going to do underrated albums, and then we'll be back on the next episode, and we'll do come-ups and probably a couple other topics and bring up whatever news has happened since then. My second Falloff, and this kills me even more than the first one does. This is heartbreaking to say.
Who is it?
Not my favorite rapper ever. Lupe Fiasco is my favorite rapper ever, hands down.
Really?
Weird pick. We can get into this topic another day. Weird pick. But Earl Sweatshirt is one of my favorite artists ever, hands down. And he is my second Falloff.
What?
Earl Sweatshirt has fallen the fuck off.
What do you expect from the dude at this point? I mean, I think he'll be... I don't think Earl's done.
Have you heard his last album?
No.
It is fucking poop cans.
Is it really?
It's fucking ass. There's like...
That's so sad.
There's one 15-second clip of the beginning of one song. It's like one song, and the first like 30 seconds is like a different song, and it sounds different, and it's pretty tight, and then it changes into another song, and it's all right, but it's like one song out of the whole thing. It's
That
like
is
good.
so sad.
But I get the style he's going for, but it just...
I gotta hear this now. He changed his whole style and everything?
Yeah, you gotta hear the album.
Oh my god. That's
You gotta hear the album. It's not great. But I'll start. What I got for the reason is, I don't know if anybody knows about the I don't like shit, I don't go outside mess, but it was basically the same thing that I said that happened with Ski Mask album, whereas the label released a music video without Earl accepting the final version of the music video and telling them the date that he wanted to release it. They just went ahead and released it, and that was Grief. And they put out the date with an ad without his permission, and that was basically on Grief 2. And then they released it a day earlier, I'm pretty sure, than he planned to, so he didn't get to release it the way he wanted to, like via social media and stuff like that. That kind of like fucked his whole relationship up with the label, which then messes with like your releases.
Everything.
And yeah, once you're not on a good terms with your label, it kind of fucks everything up. I'm not sure if he went solo after that, but I'm pretty sure he's solo now, or he has like Tan Cressida Records, which I'm pretty sure is his record label through something else.
Jesus.
But from there, he disappeared for a long time again. Yeah. A very fucking long time again. You heard a couple leaks, couple verses on like Alchemist songs and stuff like that, but not much. And then we get some rap songs. And before some rap songs comes out, I'm pretty sure, I'm not too sure, but relatively soon to before it came out, I think within the year, his father died. And that fucked him up because I'm pretty sure he didn't like have too big of a relationship with his father, and he like went to the funeral, and he kind of like feels like he should have had more of a relationship with him. Him and his mom are on like way better terms and shit now, but you can tell through like some rap songs that comes out a lot. His father's influenced the African music. It's not really like songs you would hear today. It's not like regular drum patterns and stuff like that. It's really all over the place. But Some Rap Songs is one of my favorite albums ever fucking made. It's incredible. It's only like fucking 20 minutes long. It's like the shortest songs in the world with like no hooks. It's just like crazy instrumentals and like crazy bars. But it's fucking crazy.
I don't know. This whole thing.
You got to check out all this shit. But after Some Rap Songs came out, he put out a couple videos which were pretty intense, but he never like really did shows or anything, never really went back into the public eye too much. And then within the next year, I don't think it was a whole year, he dropped this last album, Feet of Clay. And this shit is fucking, yeah, the beats are fucking ass. Some of the lyrics are good. I see where he's trying to take it with just like being super out there. One of them sounds like a fucking Captain Crunch commercial, just looped over and over and over and over again it's like a 20-second loop just over and over and over again. It's so annoying, and it makes you want to fucking rip your head off. I love Earl, again, like my favorite artist, but he's fucking falling off. And if he even cares about music, I would just hope his next project is like a lot better quality-wise.
Jeez, I gotta check that out immediately.
Alright, so what's your second follow-up?
Alright, here we go. Now everybody ought to expect this, alright? But in all technicalities, the dude ain't completely fallen off exactly.
Oh yeah, fuck that. I don't want to hear that shit. If you're buying all your views, if you're buying 1 billion views, and not if not one of those views are real, you've technically fallen off, dude. You're just not broke.
No, he's fallen off. It's
just
a different type of falling off. Is all I'm saying.
Broke.
Exactly. It's a different type of falling off. And I'm sure by now you already know what we're talking about. Tekashi 6ix9ine. This motherfucker had me almost completely buying his bullshit for like
you were a big fan.
Years,
you were a big 6ix9ine fan for a while.
Dude. It was fucking insanely retarded. Like, this dude, I mean, he talks good. You know what I mean? He puts up the act. I think he belongs in movies more than fucking, or like doing a comedy or something. Yeah, you know what I mean? He probably should have fucking left hip hop alone, because, I mean, he had me hook, line, and sinker thinking this dude was serious. And
hook, line, and sinker.
They fucking
thinking
put him.
6ix9ine was real.
Well, dude, I mean, the area, yeah, he's really from the area. He's about all the shit he was saying except for one thing. He was dropped into, like, he went from, all right, yeah, I'm from fucking Brooklyn and shit. Yeah, all right, I'm sure you've seen some shit.
Yeah, he's from that area.
I'm sure you did.
People, yeah.
But you weren't ready to be third in charge of the fucking Brooklyn chapter, one of the hardest fucking gangs in the fucking area, dude. And that's what they did at the same time as him doing his music and promoting their shit. Like, why the fuck are you gonna take some high-ranking ass position on some street gang you're not even on? Like, what the fuck? You know that's gonna turn out bad. So, immediately when this dude got arrested the second time, I'm like, this dude's gonna have one fucking decision: either do your time like everyone else did, who's doing their 15, 20 years, or he's gonna run his fucking mouth. And I knew immediately. I'm like, this dude's probably gonna fucking crack.
Yeah, obviously.
Like, he's probably gonna crack. And right before he got arrested, he was on the Breakfast Club.
Before, yeah,
he was on the Breakfast Club talking about how he's like, the only thing he fears is God and the FBI, and he's. Like, he didn't really explain it, but he's like, yeah, I fired everybody, and he was talking about how everybody's robbing him, taking his money, fucking his bitch. So I was like, all right.
Playing the victim.
He's about to get arrested.
Yeah, but playing the victim before he got arrested and made to look to be the criminal.
Yeah.
Which everybody already knew he was.
Yeah. See, he put himself in a position that he knew he couldn't handle, thinking he was invincible, and when the pressure came, he fucking bent, folded, cracked right in half, and fucking cried to the fucking judge.
Yeah, but all that shit doesn't make a actual fall off.
No, my whole reason with him falling off is the whole Treyway movement. Treyway Entertainment itself crumbled in half. He was the face of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would say he's fallen off because where does he go from here?
It
worked for a little bit when he first got out. He'll still get Instagram followers. He'll still get the views when he goes live and stuff like that. But musically, you could see from the last song and the last couple snippets that have coming out, people are like,
Yeah, like
they're alright.
They're getting views and shit. Like that song Gooba came out. I thought it was goofy as shit.
Nah, people fuck with that song. I'm talking about like the snippet that came out with Akon.
That's gonna be garbage. It's coming out really soon.
People were trashing that.
And it's
The
gonna be
song with
horrible.
Nicki, people been trashing that.
That thing with trolls do, they're making fucking little like parodies making fun of it and everything.
If you're paying $10 million to make $10 million, you didn't make anything. You didn't gain anything. You just
It's even
you're
worse than
recycling.
all of this though, because the kid is literally like his Instagram picture is him sitting on a rat trap with cheese in his mouth. Like,
Yeah, he
was
knows the deal.
debating.
He knows the deal.
He was
He
debating
knows the deal.
his chain, that big shark chain. He was gonna get a
Get a
big
rat.
rat chain,
Yeah.
and like they told him not to. Like that's not even just. How do you do that and then be like, oh no, like it's a situation I didn't want to be in. I'm not, come on, you're glorifying the fact that you ratted, dude. Like clearly it wasn't because you fucking had to, dude. You're just a bitch. So,
You're just a bitch.
That was a fucking hard fall off for me because I had just spent 2 fucking years standing up for the fucking kid.
And I've been telling you it was gonna happen.
Yeah,
I was telling you the whole
that's
time.
to me a sad fall off. And listening to him now is like a joke. I'll give the kid one view just to be like, wow, look at what this kid's doing. Just, it's insane, absolutely insane. But I picture him completely falling off really soon because he's got this deal where he's doing an English album and a Spanish album.
Yeah, he has to do like 2 Spanish albums, 2 English albums, or whatever.
I have a feeling
Some shit
that
like
this
that.
is going to be his last project that
His
actually
Spanish
sells.
ones, they're gonna sell. They're gonna sell. The Spanish ones will sell. Spanish music sells like crazy right now.
Yeah,
but the
and they love this
American ones, it might get numbers, but that doesn't mean that it's getting real numbers.
And the younger kids don't even give a fuck that he
Yeah,
snitched at all.
no. The younger
They're just
kids
like,
don't
yeah,
really
that's
care.
cool. Who cares?
But I'm saying from career-wise, from where do you go? You know what I mean? If you can't even be public, you can't even
He
leave your
thinks
house.
that
you
he's
can't-
so good that he can
Every
just
time
be
somebody
individual.
finds out your address, you gotta move. How long is that gonna last?
He's moved twice already
You're
on
paying
house
for
arrest.
every view. How long is that gonna last?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
The security
It's-
alone's
it's-
going to cost him
yeah,
half of his fucking
It's not
money.
sustainable.
Yeah. And how is he going to go about performing? Is he just going to go fucking perform knowing that like people want to
Nobody's
shoot him
gonna
in the
let-
head?
Nobody's gonna book him to perform because
Nope.
they'll be afraid of the consequences.
Yep. Exactly. He's a liability completely. He's on a slippery slope. He ought to just enjoy the last of it, put his money aside and disappear. But he's not gonna. He's gonna get shot most likely because he just
It ain't gonna end good.
he can't
It
stop
ain't gonna
running
end
his
good.
mouth. He's running his
Yeah,
mouth
it ain't gonna
all
end
the
good.
time. But
For sure.
we'll mark that up as a
That's a
fall
fall
off.
off.
And it's still happening as we talk.
Yeah, it's gonna keep falling off.
So I'm
that
sure
shit, that's
that-
gonna be a genuine fall off for a while.
This subject may end up coming up again depending on what the hell happens.
It might take a while.
Yeah.
All right. Right now, we are going to get into another song before our last topics. This was submitted by Sawali or Sawali. I don't know if I'm saying your name wrong. I'm sorry if I am saying your name wrong. I don't mean to. That's my bad. Pretty sure this shit's out everywhere, so go stream it. Look up his Instagram.
And I wanna go out. Yeah, 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 yeah. There's no way out. Everything is locked down. What do I do? I'll go at night and I will be free. Working at home, there's nothing to do at all. One thing I know that isn't for long, and I'm making a plan of biking my bang. Yeah, I got my gun, now it's time to ride, and the time is running out. Yeah, 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 and I will be breaking out. Yeah, 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 and the time is running out. Yeah, 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 and I will be breaking out. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's 1 a.m. and it's time to go. I took my bike and out the door. It's dark at night and I'm all alone. Where do I hide and where to go? I just wanna live, I just wanna be free. I don't wanna die, so I'm gonna flee. No stopping me, I'm gonna be free. Lay down in the bush, climb up in the tree. No one will see, no, no one will see. A bit left to go, just run with the wind. Make it over this bridge and you will be free. And the time is running out. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I will be breaking out. Yeah, 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 yeah. And the time this big ghost town. I'm walking around when you're locked down. Now I'm bleeding out, I've been shut down. Should stay home and stay locked down. And the time is running out. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I will be breaking out. Yeah, 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 yeah. And the time is running out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Breaking out, breaking out.
All right.
That was pretty sick. And that's out of my realm right there. I like that.
Yeah, that shit's catchy. Once again, Sawali or Sawali. Again, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I don't know how to pronounce it. But look him up on fucking everything that you look people up on. Alright. Next topic, we're gonna do underrated albums. These albums, I think we both agreed we're not gonna like stick into any time frame. We're just picking albums. I think these albums both came out in the same year though. Mine is Lupe Fiasco, Drogas Wave, however the fuck you say that.
Mine is Wifisfuneral, Leave Me Alone.
Yeah,
leave
that
me the
shit.
fuck alone.
This is like a very stark difference in picks.
Yes.
Wifisfuneral album's like 10 minutes. Lupe Fiasco's album's like an hour and a fucking half.
Yeah, dude.
With like 5-minute songs. I'll get into one of the things, but also I feel like Lupe Fiasco dug really deep into lyrics and didn't even focus on flow a lot of the times and was just trying to like say something. Where like on the Wi-Fi album, one of my critiques of the album is it always feels like it's about to take a turn that's about to get like super serious and get really in depth, but it never does. Not saying his lyrics don't match up to the quality of the project. The lyrics are there, but I feel like he could have just been a little bit more in depth when he was rapping because the flow is there on that album.
It's a slower, like it does sound like it's gonna take off. I think a lot of it's due to like the beat and shit, and it sounds like it's building up. But if you just listen to it as a whole,
yeah,
it's a lot different.
Yeah. On Drogas Wave, standout tracks for me are Manila and that song. Man, I'm gonna say this straight up, on most of these fucking songs, I don't even know if Lupe Fiasco knows what he's talking about or if he's telling the truth about what he's talking about, but the storytelling in this shit,
that shit was insane.
Very fucking great.
And it was like 6 minutes long.
Yeah, this shit, it gets crazy. It gets crazy. If you're really just sitting there, headphones and listening to this shit, it gets crazy. Manila, it gets crazy. At the end of it, there's like a big story about, I don't know if it was the Mayflower or whatever, but they was basically talking about how like slaves were sold for one manila, and one manila was like a fucking like a piece of metal or something like that. And it was a crazy story on that. Down was one of my favorite songs. Pretty fucking corny. I don't know if you heard that song, but it was talking about how like it's basically like a Go Green song. It was talking about how like sea creatures.
What song was this?
Down. It's like a trap song. It sounds super trapped out, but they're singing about like lobsters being your friends and like fucking is mad corny.
See, me personally,
that's corny,
why
but
I don't really follow Lupe.
The flow is crazy on that shit.
He's a little off though. He comes off to me, I guess
he's very environmental friendly. He's done like Buddhist retreats and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He doesn't rap for like money and stuff. He does it for like,
dude, like
the
in the
art
song
of
was
poetry
wave files. He's actually referring to himself as Jesus Christ, dude. Like he gets
he's speaking deep. From a different. He's speaking. Most of that gets into another one of these. Well, not one, but the Forever songs. Alan Forever, Janila Forever. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced. Those songs, they're coming from the perspective of Alan is like a young boy who saves another boy at a beach or something like that, and doesn't realize he just saved his own life. Like that act could bring him to heaven per se, and could bring him to a higher level of life because he has like the consciousness to want to put his life beneath somebody else's to save them. and like it's a whole song and it's like super happy and fun, but if you listen, you're like, damn, this is a fucking story. And the other one, Janila Forever, is about like this girl that is like a doctor and nurse or whatever, and she's like incredibly good at her job, and people are telling her she should go get a scholarship, she should go to Harvard, she should go to here, she should go here, and she's like, if I want to really do good, I'm gonna stay at like the free clinic in my hood, you know what I mean, and really do good here, where my talents are really needed, not in like some high-end city. And then somebody ends up getting like shot out front of her office, and she saves his life, and she was thinking like, if I wasn't here, I wouldn't have been able to save this person. And like it's from the perspective from them, so like that song, he was probably referencing himself speaking from what he thought was Jesus's perspective.
Maybe.
But saying, yes, I ain't gonna lie, Lupe, if you're on record saying that you're Jesus Christ, that's wild. That's some wild shit. But I believe Lupe would do it because he's wild.
He did. He literally referred to himself as Jesus Christ in the song.
Nah,
I was like, what? Like that's the type of shit that will catch attention, but could also piss a lot of people off.
Yeah.
Especially with his crowd. The crowd he drags in is the exact same crowd that would get pissed off about something like that. So he's being himself. He refuses to live in anybody else's thoughts, but he did kind of attack himself with that. Yeah, for sure. But it's how he feels.
Last standout track on that Sun God Sam and the Golden California Drug Deals or whatever.
What?
I don't know, man. Once again, I don't know what the fuck he was saying on this song or where he was trying to bring me, but the flow and the lyrics were crazy. Like half the shit, I'm not even sure what he was saying. Or
is this like towards the end of the album?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure I know exactly what you're talking
this shit about. And then like the chorus came in, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like this shit's wild, bro. But yeah, that album, crazy. Check it out. Drogas Wave by Lupe Fiasco. Very underrated album to me. Incredible storytelling.
Alright. Now with me, I've known about this kid for a while, but this album in particular got literally like no recognition at all.
This is the most I ever heard of Wi-Fi. You know?
Yeah,
I've heard his name, but I've never listened to his shit before.
Nah, it's bad, dude. Like, it's a good album. It's a good project. I understand it's only 4 songs, and one of them is kind of like just him. I think it's the 3rd song into the album. He's basically just talking about how depressed he is and shit. And it's not a song that hits you like, oh shit, that's some poetry right there. That's some like crazy.
Nah, that's
part.
The second one. That Pain song.
No, the third one. Where he's talking like, I think I might set this lean straight.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. The third one sounded. I was just listening to this shit.
Oh wait, what the fuck am I talking about? Hold up.
The one that sounded like a Bone Thug song?
That song that I just was talking about ain't even on this album.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, that's what fucked me up. Hold on.
Because I got standout tracks in this. I got the first one, Alone Is a Face That.
That's a nasty.
That shit's fucking tight. That's my type of shit.
Took away my boy, my heart's black. This way it stays at.
Yeah, that shit is nasty. Tight. I feel like it could have got a little deeper, but it got deep enough where you're like, that shit's tight. Yeah, that second song, Pain, that shit's tight. It has like a Bone Thugs feel to it. Like an old school Bone Thugs feel to it. I wish he went a little bit harder on the lyrics. Yeah, that shit was tight.
I feel like it pretty much kind of just like he was talking about with who was you talking about a minute ago? Like Poor Management or whatever.
Oh, with fucking Earl and Ski Mask, both of them. Poor Management.
Basically, like, you know how like Ski Mask, everybody is dying around him and shit. Like as he's trying to like come up with them. That's pretty much what happened with Wi-Fi.
Yeah. And Poor Management, I've heard his name a bunch, but I haven't listened to any of his music. So that just goes to show that like his name's out there, but it's not like attractive enough to want to fucking listen to it and stuff.
Check that out.
We're gonna wrap this episode up. Make sure to check us out on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that shit. Go to our Anchor page. You could check out all of our links there. We got a Patreon page. You can get exclusive content there, live streams. I'll make fucking beats on there and stuff. Music before it comes out, all that shit. Submit music to kwisbusiness7@gmail.com to be in the show or mixes.
Drop a like, subscribe, and make sure to let us know what you think in the feedback. See you next time.